So here's an interesting article that I came across that caught my attention that I wanted to share and elaborate on and share my 2 cents on it, just because, as I've always mentioned, I'm very suspicious of this whole current administration, nevertheless, the whole electoral process that got us to this point where we're currently at now. But just when you see stuff like this, it makes me ask these very interesting questions as to whether or not this whole new presidential paradigm we're a part of, if this is actually something real or not. And so the fact that Biden's name will not appear on the stimulus checks on the surface is no big deal. And of course, this article here out of Axios is attempting to just pass over the fact that, it's not important, it's not needed. The most important thing is to actually get the checks out into people's hands and to help build the recovery and all those things like that. But yet, once again, this whole American Restructure Plan was put into place several weeks, if not months ago, because Biden ran on the fact that there was going to be a need for more stimulus. And he actually said that it's just a down payment for what will be totally needed to get the economy back to where it was. And on top of that, to build back better. And so the fact that there's no name, his signature will not be on the stimulus checks for those that actually get a paper copy of a stimulus check. It really is no big deal. But then it brings into question the fact that why would his signature not be on the checks if he is the president? And of course, it doesn't take much to do all the technical things behind the scenes in order to put a stamped signature on a piece of paper, solidifying the fact that it's approved by the current administration. So what I'll do is I'll thumb through this real quickly and share my 2 cents on it. And then, of course, I'm curious to get your thoughts on this as well. But here's an article. Biden's name will not appear on the stimulus checks, White House says. So here's a picture of the pretender-in-chief, Joe Biden, right here. And it says, President Biden will not sign his name on a stimulus check set to be distributed this month as part of the $1.9 relief package, reversing a precedent set by former President Trump in the first 2 rounds of different payments last year. And it says here, what we're saying is, quote, this was not about him. This was about American people getting relief, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said at the briefing on Tuesday. So once again, his press secretary has done more appearances than he has in his entire so-called presidency. And this is something that a lot of people should begin questioning, because at what point will he present himself in front of the American people as a pretender-in-chief of this country and actually answer questions by the media directly, those that are for him or even against him? And of course, he said that it will not happen until this current package is signed and they're already working on the next one. Once again, this is not normal behavior for prior administrations. But also keep in mind, we're also experiencing responses that we've never experienced in history as well. So it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. But then it says here, his press secretary added that Biden didn't think that was a priority or a necessary step, and that his focus was on getting them out as quickly as possible. It says Trump's stimulus checks were the first time an IRS disbursement featured a presidential signature. The stimulus checks included in the American Rescue Package, which is set to be passed by the House on Wednesday, will be signed by a career official from the Treasury Department Bureau of the Fiscal Service. So once again, I thought this was interesting, caught my attention, because I'm thinking, why not put your signature on there, stand behind what you believe is something that's going to help this country get back on its feet, i.e. a recovery of some kind. And so the next question will be, will he be willing to put his signature on the Build Back Better plan, which will be probably thrown out next month, and it'll be $3 to $5 trillion plus as a continuation of the down payment of what's needed to build back better in this economy. So I could be looking too deep into this. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. Just wanted to put this before you guys and see what you think. Looking forward to reading your comments.